Do your feet swell in the evening? Do you blame it on fatigue? But if the swelling doesn't go away in the morning or comes back during the day, it's time to think about finding the real reasons. What causes swelling in the body? What are the dangers? Why can swelling be insidious? And how to cope with the problem without harmful diuretics. We tell in our video. The nature of edema. There are two types of edema, lymphatic and dynamic. The first are associated with congenital or acquired disorders of the lymphatic system, that is, damage to blood vessels. Dynamic edema can be provoked by blood clots, vascular inflammation and trauma, and medications. The mechanism of swelling is related to the operation of the check valves in the veins. When blood flows through the venous system of the lower limbs, it has to go back. In addition to the work of the heart, the vessels and veins themselves are involved. The check valves mentioned above prevent blood and fluid from seeping through the walls of the vessels and being absorbed into the tissues. If the valve does not do its job, the muscle tissue can become saturated with moisture and swollen. Prolonged standing or sitting for several hours leads to this condition of the vessels and veins. But this situation is reversible. Swellings disappear by themselves after resting in a horizontal position. The situation is worse when diseases are the cause of the edema. Causes of chronic edema. If you notice that the swellings began to arise constantly or remain even after sleeping, it is necessary to seek and solve the problem with health. The fact is that puffiness can be an indicator of dangerous diseases. The first thing that comes to mind is heart and kidney disease. Indeed, this is the most common cause of chronic edema. Moreover, the two organs are closely related. If the pumping function of the heart is impaired, the kidneys are not well supplied with blood and do not remove water well, and so the edema occurs. Kidney edema can form in a single day and will be pronounced. But these are far from the only medical causes of swelling. Pulmonary failure quickly leads to severe edema, which is also accompanied by shortness of breath even at rest. Liver cirrhosis leads to fluid accumulation in the abdomen and then to swollen hemorrhoidal veins and possible bleeding in the esophagus. Arthritis and other joint diseases lead to the formation of edema due to the large accumulation of synovial fluid in the joint itself. Varicose veins are a standard cause of vein wall permeability, which leads to impaired blood flow and swelling of the tissues around the vein. One of the most dangerous edema, Quink's edema, is allergic in nature. It can also be caused by autoimmune diseases. The danger of such a swelling is that it can form in the area of the larynx and block breathing, leading to a person's death. Insidious edema. All of the above refers to clearly pronounced edema. But often there is a situation about which doctors do not say much. When the water-salt balance is disturbed, moisture accumulates in the tissues of the body. It happens gradually and is not as noticeable as renal or cardiac edema. As a result, people think they are gaining weight and try to get rid of it by dieting, but it's no use. It is possible to recognize such a situation on your own. Fat deposits in the arms and legs are homogeneous and dense. If these areas of the body look loose and crumpled, then there is a high probability that it is in the water-salt balance that is the problem. So what to do about the swellings? The story of one of our subscribers, who suffers from heart disease, answers this question well. As a consequence, edemas are her constant companion. Or rather they were. Doctors prescribed diuretics, which adversely affected the heart and kidneys. The problem was solved by a simple folk remedy, dill water. What it is and how to prepare it, we will tell you right now. Prescription from edemas. The treatment of edema should be accompanied by a change in lifestyle and diet. It is necessary to reduce the amount of fluid intake and, most importantly, salt. It is also important not to sit without a break for several hours and take regular walks. Movement is the best stimulant of blood flow. Dill water will help to get rid of existing edema. To prepare it, you should cut coarsely dill and place it in a glass bowl so that it takes up at least half of its volume. Fill the remaining space with filtered or boiled water. Let it infuse for 1 hour. Take such water several times a day instead of ordinary water. Dill effectively removes excess moisture from the body, but does not have the side effects of diuretics. And how do you fight puffiness? Share useful recipes in the comments.